Some fighters win with skill, while others win with heart, but there are other fighters who consider the match won before it's even over.
Look at this, he's just torn.
Tapping more in the pro style than he is a tough man. Right, because Bean just wants to punch it out. Tapping more in the pro style than he is a tough man. Right, because Bean just wants to punch it out.
They dance, they mock, and even stop defending themselves. They simply stop respecting their opponent, and then the sport humbles them. Why you should never, ever do that.
Big John will have an opinion about that. Oh, big knee from Venom! Oh, my God! Oh, and there... What a shot by Lima! Mamma mia!
Sabri Sediri was undefeated, and he knew it. For 9 rounds, he dominated the local favorite, Sam Maxwell, knocking him down twice, opening a cut on him, and proving to be the unbeatable prospect his record suggested.
This is definitely on what comes after he throws. It is good work, but Maxwell's going back in straight lines, and that's me.
In the 10th round, Sediri was not only winning, he was putting on a show, boasting and mocking Maxwell, feeding off the crowd's reaction. He could smell victory and was already celebrating it.
Away, Barry, now you've got it square.
But also he knows he can hurt him with any shot he throws.
It certainly looks more of a puncher than his record would have suggested, according to how he sees it.
Sediri comes straight down, just a ram left.
Here he comes again, Sediri. And Maxwell.
But Maxwell was still standing, and just seconds before the end of the final round, he threw a desperate right hand that landed squarely on Sediri's jaw, sending the undefeated Frenchman to the canvas, unconscious.
Maxwell looking a little bit groggy, and a face which tells a story. Oh, big shot! Left hand, right hand from Maxwell. Oh, where did that come from? I can hardly believe what I've seen. An astonishing turnaround. He gets to his feet, and he stopped it. He stopped.
10 rounds of dominance and a moment of arrogance. That was all it took to erase everything Sediri had built. Badr doesn't just fight, he puts on a show. The Moroccan superstar has built his entire career on intimidation, provocation, and ridiculing his opponents in the ring. Against Arkadiusz Josek, he came in with the same arrogance, the same theatrics, and the same absolute certainty that he was the best.
I like that feinting option to show here. He said with the new team, jab to the it's a little bit of nerves.
Oh, he's down for a second time. One.
In the second round, Badr knocked Razosek down with a powerful kick, but he got up with determination. Hari became arrogant, charging in without worrying about defense, and Razosek saw his opportunity with a perfectly timed counterattack, sending Hari unconscious to the canvas.
Throws just power.
One more knockdown and this fight is over.
The showman had become the show. No one puts on a show like Michael Venom Page. The British welterweight is half fighter, half artist, known for paralyzing his opponents with his unorthodox moves and treating every fight like it's a highlight reel. Against Douglas Lima in the Bellator Welterweight World Grand Prix, Page did exactly that, moving with elegance while throwing flashy strikes.
Welterweight champion in the other set advanced to the final. In many ways, he's hiding his offense just like his father who died on Boxing Day last year. Quickly surging. Lima looking to collect data before collecting the elbow.
Lima let Page perform, watching every taunt, every pose, and every dropped hand, waiting for his moment to strike. In the second round, he made Page pay for all of it with a perfectly timed right hand that knocked him out instantly. Richard Kiely made one of the boldest and most foolish decisions of his career. Facing Bellator's most theatrical fighter, the man whose identity is based on psychological warfare, Kiely decided, halfway through the first round, to flip Page off. He tried to mock the showman.
Look at this, he's just taunting him.
Page didn't get angry. He didn't rush. He just smiled, danced, and got to work. Moments later, Kiely was on the canvas, in the same round where he thought he was being clever.
Big John will have an opinion about that. Oh, big knee from ankle.
Page then danced over him. Wow, you have to see it to believe it. Leandro Silva spent part of the fight doing things that have no place in a professional bout. He completely dropped his hands, turned his back, mocked his opponent, as if the result was already decided.
70 pounds or 77 kilos.
Oh, and there's the blitz attacks. There are the blitz attacks.
Right. Gonna have to do well to get Marek out of there, though. The soldier really had.
The thing I really like about his style is it's so efficient. The ropes. Oh, look at the blood really flowing from that nose.
And then Marek Mazuch reminded him where he was. In the second round, Marek threw a clean and devastating punch, and Silva fell completely unconscious to the ground.
Oh. Big left hand lands.
In combat sports, disrespecting your opponent is never a strategy. It's a prayer that you won't be made to pay for it. Mazuch answered that prayer violently. Jackie Beard had a plan. Not getting hit by the 300-pound wrecking ball, making him look ridiculous, and letting the audience enjoy the show. And for a while it worked. Butterbean kept attacking and Beard kept moving, weaving, dodging, gesturing, and mocking the giant in front of thousands of people. Every time Butterbean missed, Beard made sure the audience knew it. He was having a great time.
More of a pro style than he is a tough man. Right, because Bean just wants to punch it out.
But Butterbean only needed to land a punch once, and when he did, the taunts stopped immediately. Beard, the man who just seconds before had made the 300-pound giant look ridiculous, collapsed onto the canvas in disbelief.
Oh, the big right hand, and that dropped him.
Lucian Butte was a champion, a skilled and technical super middleweight who carried himself with the confidence his record demanded. Against Edison Miranda, Butte ran into trouble at first and weathered the storm.
His left hand is...
The thing about it that he's had nine weeks of...
Joe Gucci, his new trainer, talked about... Miranda works his jab. And when the crowd starts getting into Butte...
But as the rounds went on and Beard started to take control, the taunting began, the showboating, the gestures that said, "Is that all you've got?"
Hand by Miranda to start that exchange. In the combination from Butte, Miranda says, "That's all you..."
Miranda told him it wasn't like that. He landed a brutal body shot, which hit Butte squarely, making him stagger and fall to the canvas.
Up to the fight, but down he goes! Oh, a short punch inside!
Champions can fall too, especially when they stop taking their opponents seriously. The Napa Big Shot Camp. He came in with a personality as big as his name. From the very first moment, he put on a show, waving his hands at deep, grabbing himself, puffing out his chest. After everybody shot, as if the pain wasn't real, pushing his chin forward like saying, "Hit me harder, I dare you."
In the red and white. Deep red hot favourite here.
He's making a lot of facial here. Have a look at this.
He's granting some.
Yeah, keep him up a bit.
Yeah, he is going to. Janapa, I don't think we've seen the end.
It was entertaining until it wasn't. In the second round, Deep stopped playing to the crowd and landed 2 clean shots that sent the Napa to the canvas. The Napa, still trying to save face, did push-ups to finish the count.
Tie fighter always.
Yeah.
Sound asleep. That's a big victory. Big punch.
And Keumane was having a great time against the promising Filipino Albert Pagara. He danced, smiled, and taunted during the exchanges, as if the whole evening was a performance staged for his own entertainment. Every time Pagara threw a punch, Kiely pretended not to be hurt and smiled at him as if pain was something that happened to other people.
So kasi fighter but yun na nga, since then.
So yun ang mga sitwasyon. Our very own Luisito Espino. Talagang yung waistline niya medyo hindi talaga na-scoutan. Prince Albert still trying to figure out.
Smiling a lot, and I think parang maybe a mental strategy. So the Alas table, si Donnie Nietes at si Milan.
You cannot clown around.
Pagara stopped playing along in the fourth round, landing a devastating body shot that broke Kiely's ribs. And the smile disappeared instantly when he collapsed onto the canvas, unable to move or do anything except wait for the medical staff to carry him out on a stretcher.
Kahit nung unang natalo siya kay Estrada sa Macau. Totoong bagsak kaya.
The man, who had been dancing and smiling for 3 rounds, left the stadium lying on his back, completely unable to walk out on his own. Rafael Reyes came in strong against Mark Magsayo. He taunted, he boasted, and acted like a man who had already decided how the evening was going to end. Every exchange was followed by a gesture. Every moment was an opportunity to remind the audience who the star of the show was.
Antes de que sonara la campana final. Conectando. Y bueno, creo que esta pelea no va a ser... Y bueno, como te voy a repetir, esta pelea no le importa recibir, pero él está ahí tratando de... Con todo el hombre de... Va para enfrente como buen mexicano. Guerrerito Reyes, ¿no? Salud. Va a ser la clave, yo pienso que va a ser la clave. ¡Ay, qué magnífico! Para muestras un botón. Sí, señor. Seguimos con esta... Para enfrente buscando la pelea ahora, ¿no?
In the 5th round, Magsayo opened up, throwing relentless combinations that put Reyes in trouble. Each punch was stronger than the last, until Reyes fell to his knees. With Reyes out of gas, the referee stepped in and stopped the punishment before it got worse.
Pueden detener el pleito, pueden detener, ataca con todo. La derecha le ha entrado cuantas veces ha querido, ahora con la izquierda, y se va a la lona, no hay más. Knockout, count. Para más.
The man who had spent 4 rounds showing off couldn't get up in the 5th. Anthony Hembrick started the show even before the fight began during the fighter's introduction. While Ward remained calm and focused, Hembrick was dancing, performing for the crowd, feeding off the energy as if the belt was already around his waist.
He could be a very popular fighter over the horizon. He has come along quickly. Last time we saw him, he looked extremely loose, very confident, and he puts on a show.
As soon as the bell rang, Booker charged at Hembrick, who had no choice but to defend himself. And before the first round was over, a devastating right hand knocked him out.
He has that Magic Johnson, Isaiah.
Hembrick saved his best moves for the introductions. Julius Long had something to prove. He mocked Aguirre, insulted him between exchanges, and at one point he stood still and let Aguirre hit him, just to prove he could take it. He was sending the message that he was untouchable.
Get out into space.
Jimmy having a laugh himself. Getting sucked into the showmanship. Oh,
immediately in, leaning in there, he's getting tied up. There, he's starting to walk in and do the same thing.
But in the 7th round, the body was no longer responding to the attitude. Long was exhausted with no strength in his legs, completely empty, and Aguirre, patient and calm in the face of every provocation and every gesture. He had been waiting for precisely this moment. A clean left hook hit him squarely and it was all over. Long collapsed onto the canvas with nothing left to give.
The ropes are keeping him up. 10 seconds to go in the round. There he goes! And he's down! And he's down!
He wasted his energy acting when he needed it to survive, and in the 7th round, Aguirre made sure he paid for every drop of it. Rakesh Krishnan was the star of the night and he knew it. He taunted Banla Lompuya, dropped his hands, and acted like a man who had already decided the fight was beneath his level. Every dropped hand was a statement, and every taunt was a challenge. Banla Lompuya cornered Krishnan in the corner, and although his legs were still holding him up, his defense had completely disappeared. He stayed there, unable to dodge anything Banla Lompuya threw at him, taking blow after blow, unable to do anything. The referee had seen enough and stepped in to stop the punishment before it got any worse. The moment you start performing for the audience is the moment you stop protecting yourself. And in combat sports, that's a mistake you can't make twice.